Hey everybody, this is India Does Reviews, and this is my draw length adjustment video in response to all of my viewers who have requested that I do a detailed one. I currently do have my top and bottom cams set at 2 different settings just to make this video easier. What we're gonna do is take my bow from a 25-inch draw length down to a 17-inch draw length. And where my bow is set at now, at 25 inches, my max draw weight can be 68.9, or my minimum draw weight could be 24 pounds. We're looking at this right here. Okay, I'm set at number 6. My max draw weight can be 68.9 pounds, or my minimum draw weight could be 24 pounds. Hold on, no. Draw weight minimum can be 17 pounds, I'm sorry. So that's what we're set at. And we're going to take it all the way down to 13 on the adjustment module, and the maximum weight for a 17-inch draw at 13 is 58 pounds, and the minimum is 10 pounds. So there is a huge weight range for all of these adjustment settings. And the A setting comes factory, and that refers to the A post. Whoa. Let's see here if I can pick this up. This is the back of your cam. This bow comes factory set at A. A can range from 30-inch draw length all the way down to 16-inch draw length on the A setting. Any reasons to go to B or C would be for smaller kids. The B setting, which is this column here, is good from 18 to 14 inches and 10 to 7 pounds. And then your C setting, which is the absolute smallest, goes from 19 to 13 inches and from 9 to 5 pounds. So unless you're buying this bow for a really small child, there's absolutely no reason to change your A post, your settings from A to B or C. You've pretty much just got it covered from 30 inches and 70 pounds all the way down to 16 inches and 10 pounds. So, enough of that. Alright, as I said in the beginning, we're going to take my bow from a 25-inch draw down to a 17-inch draw. And by doing that, we're going to find our Allen wrench, which I do believe is a 3/32, 7/64 inch. If you have an Archer's Allen wrench by Pine Ridge Archery, this is the one you will use. 7/64, and I'm sorry I just wasted your time because you can't see that. Anyway, you're going to back these screws out as long as I'm still in the frame and we can go. So, you're going to be careful not to cross thread your screws because they are a pain in the ass to get back in once you've kind of cross threaded them. I know this from experience. I've done several of these videos, but none of them have ever uploaded. Alright, and once you have these screws backed out, this one, for whatever reason, always causes me trouble. The same screw. You will remove your draw length module. Keep an eye on this screw because I will lose it. Flip your bow back over, and here's the module with the infinity, which gives you an infinite draw length. If you were going to say bowfish, you would set it at infinity. and you would set your weight at maybe 15 pounds max, but that's a different video. Please do not ask me to explain that for this video. This is just a draw length video. Alright, so there's your module, there's your screw and your wrench, and we're going to refer to the manual so that I can give you technical terms for these posts. Alright, module indexing groove, okay? Here's your module indexing groove. This is your infinity sign. This is your module numbers. This is your module, I'm going to call this adjustment plate. It doesn't say that anywhere, but that's what I'm going to go with. Your cam will also show you by your string if you're set at A on your string post. So see how they refer back to each other? Very detailed. And I highly recommend, if you do not have a manual that come with your bow, when you purchase your bow, wherever you may have purchased it, that you contact Diamond. Here is some of their contact information. It's a very good company to work with. I probably will never buy any other brand if I ever have to replace this bow. I've worked with them before and they've been great. So there's your contact information. If you do not have an owner's manual for your Infinite Edge, it also includes information on the Diamond Atomic, which I don't know what that bow is. I've never seen it, so we're just gonna forget that I showed you that. Get a hold of Diamond, get yourself a manual, very detailed, very how-to, and you really would never ever have to take your bow to an archery shop. So that was a side note. I'm going to go back to our draw length page, and we're going to set it at 13 on the module number, which gives us a draw length of 17 3/16 inches or 17.5, depending on what your weight is set at. At 17 3/16, if your weight is set at 58 pounds, that's your maximum draw length. If your weight is set at 10, there's your minimum draw length, if I said that correctly. If not, I apologize, but that gives you a good idea. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your module index plate and you're going to go to number 13 or whatever your weight setting is going to be, but I really highly recommend you have a manual to decide what your length is going to be. But here's your 13, your module number. Here's your module indexing groove. Pick up my bow and you can see it. Module indexing groove. Now, you're going to line up your 13 on the plate with the indexing groove on the cam. And there are little gear teeth button deals here. And there's a little pin post on the back of the plate. You're going to make sure that this fits in somewhere. It's kind of hard to see blindly, but that's because I don't have any better situations. Okay, it's in there. 13 indexing groove, line matches. Flip it over carefully so that you do not lose your place. Find your screw, put it in finger tight just to hold your position. You'll be sure. Okay, that's finger tight for me and it didn't work. Let's just barely tighten it. Now we gotta fish this little booger out. There we go. And reseat it in another spot. Do not use Loctite on your bows, people. I had someone ask me, is it okay to use Loctite? Don't do that. Unless you are a full-grown man and you never, ever plan on using anything else, or using this bow for any other reason, don't do Loctite. I could not imagine any reason why you would. Loctite red or Loctite blue, just don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Okay, so we got that screw in. Now this bow, bottom, A post, haven't changed that. Here's your screws in place.